Okay, boys and girls, good evening. Luis Guillermo, Catherine, John David. Can you guys listen to me? Can you listen to me?
Good night.
Yes,
Yes.
sir, we do.
Okay, hello. How are you today, John David?
Everything's fine, and you?
I'm pretty good. What about Catherine? Hello, Catherine. How are you today? Luis Guillermo, can you listen to me, Luis?
Okay, sir.
Okay, got it. Very good. So welcome to our final section. Guys, boys and girls, today is our final section. Is the final encounter that we have before the end of the course. Okay, so the purpose of this final meeting, final encounter, is basically to consolidate the process, to show you what is missing, to speak about the grades, to speak about the final dates, to answer whatever question you probably have, and then to speak about the particular activities that you have to do in this last part of the course. That's what we are going to do today. It's our final section, so I hope that you have learned, that you have taken good advantage of the possibility that Sena gives you to study English, that you have spared the time to do the activities properly, to go beyond the activities and practice more vocabulary, and you can feel motivated to continue learning and to continue this beautiful process of English learning. Okay. All right, people. Entonces, bienvenidos nuevamente. Esta sesión es nuestra última sesión y vamos a estar haciendo todo un proceso de consolidación final. Listo. Entonces vamos a arrancar. Básicamente vamos a explorar las fechas, vamos a mirar las actividades finales a realizar, vamos a responder dudas que de pronto tengamos y a partir de ahí ya vamos a dar información final sobre todo lo que es este proceso. Listo. Okay, people. So it makes me very happy to see that many people have participated in the course. Not here, not in the online sections. I don't know why. It's contradictory because there are many people participating with the activities, with the exercise, but very few people participating here. So I don't understand why, but it is okay. To me, it is better that you participate with the activities than here with the online sections. And I understand that for some people, it is very complicated to be here at 8, 9 o'clock, basically because you have other classes. So sometimes it becomes impossible to interrupt another class to come here and attend the English section. But it's okay. It's okay, people. We have a chat. We have given the chat a very good use, answering your questions, helping with the doubts do you probably have. So as I said before, it makes me glad to see how much you have improved when it comes to the use of those WhatsApp groups. Ok, people. Entonces, muy bien, muchachos, por la utilización del grupo de WhatsApp, la manera en la cual hemos sabido canalizar la información, las dudas, las preguntas que nos van surgiendo y cómo esto nos ha ayudado a manejar de pronto la ansiedad, que en ocasiones se torna un tanto complicada, más que todo para los aprendices que tienen poca instrucción y poca experiencia en el manejo de esta plataforma territorio. Entonces, el día de hoy, básicamente, como les venía diciendo, vamos a explorar estas últimas actividades. Vamos a mirar qué nos falta, en qué fecha estamos, cuándo tenemos que tener todo listo. Y a partir de ahí vamos a explorar qué es lo que debemos de realizar en esta última parte del curso. ¿Listo? Entonces vamos, como siempre, a entrarnos en nuestro curso English That Works 2. All right. Y aquí en English That Works vamos primero que todo a analizar el cronograma, a ver dónde estamos en este momento. Te recuerden que según el cronograma estamos en Learning Activity Number 4, que va desde julio 18 a julio 28. teniendo muy presente que realmente no terminamos julio 28, terminamos julio 26, porque como ustedes saben, muchachos, esos 2 últimos días son de consolidación y son básicamente para coger y desarrollar todo el proceso de revisión final y el proceso de certificación. Entonces, ténganlo muy presente. ¿Qué actividades vamos a realizar esta semana? Bueno, vamos a explorar a nivel general y luego ya más particular. Entonces tenemos planning my trip. All right, at the airport, cities and places, describing cities and places, getting to Bogota, consolidation activity, virtual section, and answer to program evaluation survey. So these are the evidences that we have for this week. Todo gira en torno a viajes. Mire que siempre hay una unidad temática. Aquí todo gira en torno a viajes. Listo. Planear un viaje, describir lugares en el aeropuerto. Entonces, porque siempre les digo, lo primero que siempre debemos hacer es material and support material. Guys, don't forget, you have very interesting material. Explore it, please. Okay? Explore it, people. Take your time to take a look at it, observe it, analyze it, and confirm. Confirm that you can actually do those activities and practice that vocabulary. Okay? Very important, my people. We have to do that always, the multimedia material. Why? Because the multimedia material offers me the possibility to understand what topics will appear in the evidence. If I don't do it, I am going to be improvising. So first, go to the material. It's very slow today. I don't know what happened, but activity number 1 is always go to the material and support material. Okay? In that material and support material, you will find vocabulary about planning, vocabulary about describing places, vocabulary about how to act at the airport. You will find a lot of vocabulary. Hay mucho vocabulario básicamente en esa parte de support material. No sé por qué no me quiere cargar. Está como lentico el internet. Bueno, entonces, una vez ya explorado material and support material, vamos a la evidencia, las evidencias. Les quería mostrar para aclararles algo, pero bueno. Aquí en las evidencias, muchachos, básicamente nos vamos a encontrar con 6 evidencias. Entonces, la primera es esta. All right, que se llama Planning My Trip. Planning My Trip o planeando mi viaje. Entonces, dice, look at this. Look at this information. Look at this information, please. Vamos a mirar a ver quién nos puede colaborar de aquí. Help me, please. Help me, Mr. John, can you read the information, please? Can you please read this information that I have here?
In English.
Yes, do it in English, please.
All right. Imagine you are going to a business trip to London in December. Complete the checklist on the next page, considering all the aspects you need to study before traveling. For doing this evidence, you need to take into account the pieces of evidence given. Don't forget to use have to or don't have to and can't.
Good, that's very good. So a good pronunciation. Congratulations, John. Okay, so people, that's basically what we have. We have to plan a trip to London in December. So we have a series of activities which are necessary or probably not to do depending on the destination. Got it? So what we have to do is explore the information that we have in here, over here as well, and then down here, checklist my trip to London. Okay, so you have to do this checklist. All right, talking about the documents, talking about the insurance, talking about the clothes, talking about the contact information that we need to confirm, talking about the cell phone service, which is very important, right? Talking about the money and types of payment. In this case, the currency that is commonly used in England. Talking about the environment care, that's important because sometimes when you travel to different places, you realize that they have different regulations about the environment. Got it? So we have to be aware of those differences to avoid difficult situations. When talking about driving, guys, the driving regulations from one place to another are quite different. So first, you need to learn how to drive. Yes, you need to learn to drive on the left, which is different from driving on the right. Additionally, you need to become aware of the most important regulations that are in that country, okay? Then we have local customs. So what customs do you consider are necessary to know when it comes to traveling to England? Okay, that's something you have to keep in mind. For example, remember that they like to drink a lot of tea every day in the afternoon. That's something they like to do a lot. Okay, they like to, well, they love to dress up elegantly every single day. When taking photos, you have to know about that. There are certain places where pictures or photos are not allowed for different reasons. So that's basically what we have to prepare, like a checklist with different things about each category that we have in here, aiming at preparing a trip to London, okay? So you have to think about different ideas to complete in these lines about situations you have to consider when traveling to London, okay? That is the first evidence that we have. Got it? Now, let's continue with the other evidence. All right, that is the first. Now, the next evidence is simple, interactive activity at the airport. Okay, so basically what we have to do here is explore the material and support material activities. So we have to complete the questions and the activities that appear here in order to complete this evidence that we have over here. Then we have, after we have finished exploring at the airport, the vocabulary, the structures, the materials, we will continue with this evidence. Esta se llama describing cities and places. All right, so here, obviously, the principal objective of this evidence that I have here is to explore vocabulary and the structures that I can use in order to describe different places, different cities. So this is what I do, okay? First, obviously, I download the document, right? Got it here. I think it is it. Yeah, little word, right? Yeah, consolidation. Oh, this is the consolidation. Give me 1 second, please. I'm going to download it again. There you go. Right, so that's the document. So basically what we have here is this. This is the information. This is the information, right? This is the information. Please help me. Let me choose a different person. Let me choose what participant we have in here. Catherine, can you help me, please? Come read the information. Catherine? Probably Luis Guillermo. Luis, can you help me read the information, please?
Okay, teacher, moment, please.
Thank you, sir.
You are going to see images for 5 cities and their layers. Write paragraph describing
Describing.
each city. Okay. Syrian country is beckoned on the landmarks shown. Use the vocabulary from the box for the descriptions. The first one is done for you and an example.
An example, good. Okay, the first one is described for you or is done for you as an example. So what do we have in here? Basically, city or place description. So we have the New York, the Statue of Liberty. Then we have Rome, the St. Peter's Square. Then we have Sydney, Australia, the Opera House. Then we have Edinburgh, the Edinburgh Castle. Finally, we got here the Burj Khalifa. okay, in Dubai. So what do we have to do, people? We got some vocabulary down here, like a statue, a cathedral, a bridge, a river, modern buildings, boats, a harbor, mountains, a fountain, a canal, a desert, a hill, a castle, traditional buildings, an obelisk, a square, a shopping mall, monument, and a tower. So the purpose is to put into practice this vocabulary that we have in here to describe different places. For example, look at the description that we have here of New York. It is a very complete description, very complete. Yes, Gladys, can you listen to me? Camila, can you listen to me? Camila Benítez. Camila.
Sí, profesor, ¿cómo está? Acabé de entrar a la reunión. ¿Qué me está preguntando? Aló, buenas noches.
Okay, Adriana Marin, can you read the information, please? Nobody. Okay, John, please, can you help me, sir? Can you read the information about the Statue of Liberty?
New York is a big city in the United States, North America. It takes thousands of visitors every year. The city has a population of around 8 million people. There is a lot to see and do in New York. You can visit the Central Park, the Metropolitan Museum, the Times Square. In the picture, you can see the Statue of Liberty, a monument built between 1875 and 1986. It has 93 meters tall. The statue is located on Liberty Island in the Hudson River.
In the Hudson River. So that's basically what we have here. Thank you, John. Good pronunciation. Okay, so people, basically this is a description of New York. So what they've been doing here is to use this vocabulary plus the vocabulary that we have previously studied, such as the verb to be, the verb takes, the verb has. Yes, we have different, give me 1 minute, I'm going to underline this. So we have the vocabulary such as the verb to be. So New York is, right? It takes, right? Lleva. The city has, tiene, right? There is, hay, different vocabulary allowed to the New York. You can visit, the verb can, the Times Square in the picture, a can again, you can here, you can visit here, you can see the Statue of Liberty, right? It is the verb to be, 93 meters tall. The statue is located, right? Está ubicada. So the Statue of Liberty is located on Hudson River. So what is the idea? With this vocabulary, with these verbs, the verb to be, the verb takes, the verb has, the verb there is, the verb can, the verb can see, the verb to be, the verb is located. And this vocabulary that we have here, you have to make the description of these places, right? The St. Peter's Square, you have to make the description of the Sydney Opera House, you have to make a description of the Edinburgh Castle, and then the Burj Khalifa over here. That's basically the activity. So it's to combine different vocabulary in order to make descriptions of those particular places, people, okay? That is the second or the third evidence that we have, right? Describing cities and places. Guys, when we have finished this, we continue. Okay, first, very international. Now we're going to become more local. So evidence number 4 is getting to Bogota. Got it? What is the activity? Simple. Look, here we have the description. All right. And it goes like this. Johanna's friends, okay, Seiki is coming to Colombia. She's traveling from Yokohama to Bogota. She wrote an email to Joanna showing her itinerary. Please read the message, okay? So we have a person coming to Bogota and we have her friend who lives in Bogota. So she is going to read the itinerary and answer her an email. Got it? That's basically what we have to do, okay? This is the message. This is the message. So my dear friend, hope you're great. Yesterday, I bought all the tickets for my trip to Colombia next month. I'm attaching a copy of them for you to have a look. I know you made this trip last year. Is there anything important to consider? What can I do when I reach to Bogota? I'll be looking forward to hearing from you soon. Okay, lots of love. So this is basically an email. And here we have all the information of the trip, right? We have the ticket. We have the tickets that she has bought. She has several connections, all right? From Los Angeles to Bogota, from Tokyo to Los Angeles. And then here is the activity. Help Joanna replying Seiki's message. Read the writing plan and the useful language box for writing an email for ideas and planning. So what is the idea? We have to write down an email to her, but we have to consider the ideas that they give us here, this vocabulary, like these starting sentences, and we have to consider these recommendations that they give us about a writing plan, okay? So we have to consider all that information, right? Once we have considered, we have finished exploring all that information, we have to write down an email, okay? What is the idea? The idea is to give Seiki's clear instructions, okay? To give her clear instructions. But to give her clear instruction, we need to follow the writing plan and use at least 5 preposition of movement in the appropriate context, okay? So we have to consider all the means of transportation, because remember that she is going to be moving by plane, by bus probably, right, by train, okay? So we have to analyze all those particular things. What about the prepositions of movements? We have them here. Here we have some examples of prepositions of movement, okay? And basically what we have to do in here, people, is with that information that we have gathered, write her an email explaining or giving her clear instructions about what she must do and the step by step to follow in order to have a very good trip. That's basically the evidence, and that's what we have, okay? Entonces, esa es la otra evidencia, muchachos. Es utilizar toda esta información que nos están dando, el itinerario, estos prompts para escribir un correo en inglés, más este plan de escritura que está aquí con ideas, ¿ok? Y escribir un email, ¿ok? En el cual le damos instrucciones claras a esta persona sobre su viaje. Listo. That's basically what we have to do in this evidence, in evidence number 4, right? What about the next evidence? Okay. In the next evidence is the consolidation activity. Guys, what is the consolidation? It's the combination of the different topics that we have studied here, right? Es la consolidación de todas las temáticas que se han tratado. ¿Sí? Entonces aquí tenemos varias actividades que debemos realizar. Aquí las podemos descargar y básicamente lo que hacen estas actividades es que involucran todas las temáticas vistas, el vocabulario visto durante el curso con unas actividades puntuales que debemos realizar, ¿ok? Son básicamente, guys, remember the microphone, please. Bueno. Listo, muchachos. Bueno, listo.
Sure, can you repeat, please?
Yes, of course. Yeah. We have here this. This is the consolidation activity. So in the consolidation, we have this and we have this activity. All right. And then we have this activity and this activity over here. So basically what we have to do is the same. Open this document. Yes, open it here and then follow the step by step. Here you have different, what you have here, people, is different descriptions of situation. My visit to Frankfurt, right? The story is a story in past. The story. Now, based on the model given, find your own images and write their description. So you have to do the same, right? You have to, what the person is doing is describing a trip, right? Describing a trip, the step by step. So what we have to do over here is to do the same, to put different pictures of a trip you have. Yes, for example, I don't know, a trip to another city, to another country, whatever, to put a picture and start making the description on the right. So you put the picture here and then the description of the situation. Got it? But in past. Remember that these descriptions are in past. Es una descripción de eventos en el pasado, en el cual puede ser una historia de las vacaciones, de un viaje, de una salida con la familia. De lo que van haciendo es que van poniendo la fotico en la parte izquierda y ya en la parte derecha van realizando la descripción correspondiente, así como aparece en estas fotos de acá. Ok, puro pasado. This is past, past, past. Okay, that's the consolidation activity. Now, look at this. Here is basically the same activity that we have over there, right? It's the same activity. Give me 1 second, please. I want to show you something here. It's the same activity. You just have to do it once. And then we have a checklist. This checklist that we have in here. Okay, what is this? Basically, we have to read this information, right? So here, hello, my name is Mary. I'm enthusiastic about animals. I'm planning a trip to Kenya for a safari experience. Have a look at the checklist for my trip. Entonces vamos a analizar la lista de chequeo que ella tiene sobre las actividades que debe hacer o debe considerar antes de viajar a Kenia. Ok, listo. Entonces ya luego dice, it is time for you to write your own checklist. It will help you to record your audio. Ok, entonces ustedes tienen que hacer lo mismo. Tienen que hacer su lista de chequeo. All right, lista de chequeo sobre actividades que se deben realizar antes de emprender un viaje. Listo, hablando de estas mismas características, de estas mismas categorías. In terms of vaccination and immunization, in terms of arrival, in terms of clothes, in terms of money and payment, in terms of animal behavior. Entonces, ¿qué se tiene que hacer? ¿Qué se tiene que realizar uno antes de realizar un viaje cualquiera? ¿Sí? Entonces, aquí van a realizar su propia lista de chequeos, ¿sí? Y van a grabar un audio en el cual, con una muy buena pronunciación, practiquen, estudien, repitan, me van a simplemente hacer un reconteo de esa lista de chequeos, de actividades a realizar antes de emprender un viaje. ¿Listo? Entonces, básicamente, esa es la última actividad de consolidación que tenemos. ¿Ok? En última instancia viene la evaluación del curso. ¿Qué pasa con esta evaluación? Esta evaluación a algunos les funciona, a algunos no. Sí, por favor, a las personas que lo tienen activado, que les funciona, realícela, deben realizarlo. Los que no la tienen activado, no hay ningún problema. Sí, porque lastimosamente por la plataforma presenta dificultades. Como les digo, a algunas personas le permite visualizarlas, resolverlas, a otras personas lastimosamente no. Entonces, esta es nuestra última actividad. Para los que no tengan la evaluación, entonces esta es última actividad, la de consolidación. Y listo, muchachos. Les recuerdo las fechas. Recuerden que según el cronograma terminamos el 28, pero el 26 a las 11:59 van a estar todas las actividades subidas en plataforma. Listo, muchachos, vamos a dejar estos últimos minuticos que nos quedan, 4 minuticos, para responder dudas, preguntas, interrogantes que tengamos. Entonces, dándole clic a la manito, yo le voy dando la palabra. Si de pronto se nos cuelga la llamada, porque son solo 40 minutos, de grabación pues de lo que nos da, lo que nos da Zoom. Entonces en el chat les termino de contestar las preguntas que puedan ir surgiendo. Listo. Si no hay preguntas, vamos dando por finalizada nuestra sesión.
For me, there is no questions right now, but maybe when I be doing the homework, maybe I will have questions.
Okay, got it, John. Perfect. Makes me happy that you speak English so well. Congratulations, man. Good. Anybody else? Adriana, do you have any question? Camila, Gladys, Catherine, Luis Guillermo, Sergio?
Okay, instructor. Everyone.
Gracias. No tengo ninguna pregunta.
Adriana, no te escucho. Se escucha muy entrecortado. Adriana. Ok, listo, Adriana. Bueno, muchachos, siendo así, damos por finalizada nuestra sesión. Thank you very much. Thanks for participating.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a very good
Good
weekend.
night.
Goodbye, people. Take care.
Bye, teacher.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye-bye.